want to make certain references so that the person will not know. This sister was attended the same school with me. So one day she went to buy something in a common room. And as she told them, how much is this? They said, I should put her in her pocket to pay money. That's how she stayed though for 5 minutes. She froze. When last did you see somebody that froze? You know, there are deliverances you handle. You have never seen a frozen person. She froze. And then the woman that wanted to sell it had to come and be. People gathered. The woman said, what's happening now? The girl now stayed like this. Until finally she got herself and said, I want to buy Limca. People who she wanted to give them, all of them were starting like looking at her. She said, what's the problem? They say you froze for like few minutes. She now began to cry. Went back to her room. It was now when the thing became so difficult that she had to now come for prayers. It was when she now began to open up what she was going through that we discovered that her challenge is a difficult challenge. She said that sometimes when she's going to lecture, that while other people are carrying book and going to lecture, a snake will be following her, but only her is the one seeing it. So sometimes when she's going, you know, when you have a puppy, a dog that likes to, when you want to go to work, the puppy wants to follow you and you're saying, go back, go back. She will stop on the road. This is not, I'm talking of Futo. So I'm not talking of Futo here, my school. So she will turn back and be telling the snake, go back. Imagine people will be passing her, looking at her, and she'll be saying to the snake, go back, go back. She was like a mad person, but she knew what she was going through. So the snake will turn as if he wants to go back. She will continue. The snake will continue to follow her. So she said that the snake, she never knew that the snake was targeting something. So in one occasion, her pen fell down while she was telling the snake to go back. So as she bent down to pick the thing, the snake quickly ran, entered through her anus and stayed inside her tummy. This, I'm not telling you Nollywood. I'm telling you Futo here. So when she came for prayers, she said she has not told people this, but this is her challenge. She began to cry. So while she was talking and I was listening to her that day, while I'm listening, I was saying, Lord, give me direction now. What's the problem? What's the problem? What's the problem? I now remember something. I said, this your surname looks strange. Where are you from? She said. I said, this surname, I don't understand this surname. She said, actually, that the surname represents a family, a community shrine. So they are answering, their surname is the name of that community shrine. And she's still answering it. So what is happening is that it's not her fault. That shrine is actually a protective shrine. So anywhere any of them are on the face of the earth, a principality spirit has to guard them. So that thing that was following her is not to harm her. It is to protect her because they are sewn to that shrine. Are you hearing me now? So that's why their fathers refused to change that name, because they believed that that name was protecting them. So that was the inspiration I got. And I said, I don't like. When she now said, I said, hey, there's a challenge. I said, the only way we can address this problem now is that we need to address that shrine. She said, many people are connected to you. I said, we need to disconnect you from that shrine first. Have you seen how a community challenge is affecting an individual? Are you here? No, as I'm preaching now, I want your mind to also travel. You know, I said we're going to travel. So don't be afraid. So that snake is actually meant. That's why that kind of girl, if you offend her and she's unhappy, you might have an attack in the night. Is somebody here? See, don't be. If you're a child and you're afraid, you can go now. If I tell you what I've heard in this my small life, you will say, child, I've heard things. Oh God. So we now started ministering deliverance. We first had to find a way by prayer to disconnect her from that place first. So that kind of person, if you quarrel with them, there are people that what they carry, by quarreling with them alone, you can incur problem for yourself. It's because that snake is meant to guard them. It's not just a monitoring spirit. It's a familiar spirit. That snake functions as a familiar spirit, a monitoring spirit, and also a protective spirit. Are you here? Are you here? So we want to do a thorough deliverance this morning. So in the afternoon, we're going to do a family kind of prayers, to break off some things and be free. Some people are actually suffering. Some people are suffering. We have not seen anything. People came for a crusade. They were praying, ministering to people. Ministry. You know, with all this zeal we have to do deliverance in crusade. Be careful. You see all these evangelists that say they want to go and do power in the village. They said some people were doing power in the village, and then a small girl came out and said, I want deliverance. And then as they laid hands on her, the girl rose up from the ground and suspended in the air. All the pastors carried their Bible. Church Abasa. See, there is something you will see. You see this Jesus, you will leave it and say, wait. The girl rose up from the ground. I'm saying her feet left the ground. And then she laid like a light. She came straight. No. All because of a challenge. Now, there is